The hidden habit draining you. What if I told you there's one habit, seemingly harmless, that's quietly draining your energy, killing your confidence, and keeping you stuck in a cycle you can't break? It's not drugs, not alcohol. It's something far more common: masturbation. Yeah, I know. It's uncomfortable to talk about. Most people brush it off as normal or even healthy. But here's the hard truth. What we normalize isn't always what empowers us. Let me ask you, have you ever noticed how you feel afterward? That subtle guilt, the dip in motivation, that strange sense that something inside you just slipped away? This isn't just in your head. And it's not just about biology, it's about control. The ancient Stoics, like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, they saw this clearly. They warned us about pleasure that enslaves and discipline that sets us free. Today we're going to explore the wisdom they left behind and why ignoring it might be the very thing holding you back from the man you were meant to become. The hidden cost of a harmless habit. Let's be real for a second. You know that feeling after it's over, maybe you don't talk about it, but you feel it. That slight guilt, the drop in energy, the sudden lack of drive. It's like your ambition got sucked out of you. And the truth is, it did. Here's why. Every time you give into this habit, your brain floods with dopamine, the pleasure chemical. But this isn't real reward. You didn't build anything, you didn't grow. Your brain got the prize without the journey. Over time, it rewires you to crave ease over effort, quick comfort over true achievement. You start losing your edge, your fire, your clarity. You wonder why your goals feel distant. Your motivation feels low. This is why. The Stoics warned us. Seneca said, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." Marcus Aurelius believed true strength came from mastering desire, not being ruled by it. So ask yourself, are you in control or are you being controlled? The Stoic solution: how to break free. So how do you break free from something that feels so automatic, so embedded into your routine it's almost invisible? The answer isn't to try harder or to shame yourself. The answer is self-mastery. The Stoics taught us that true freedom comes from discipline, purpose, and direction. Epictetus said, "No man is truly free who is not master of himself." And that's where it begins. Discipline doesn't mean denying pleasure. It means choosing what's meaningful over what's easy. Every time you resist the urge, even once, you train your brain to be stronger than your impulse. That's not repression, that's power. But here's the key. Don't just remove the habit, replace it. The Stoics believed a man without purpose is a man lost. So ask yourself, what mission pulls me forward? What legacy do I want to build? Channel that same energy into growth, into your craft, into becoming the man you respect. Because when your life is full of meaning, you won't need distraction. You'll have direction. Transmutation, turning your energy into power. There's a powerful truth that most men today have forgotten, but the ancients knew it well. Your sexual energy is not just for pleasure, it's fuel. The greatest warriors, philosophers, and visionaries in history understood this. They didn't waste their energy chasing momentary highs. They redirected it. They used it to build, to lead, to create. Think about this. Nikola Tesla, one of the most brilliant minds ever, remained celibate his entire life. Not because he feared intimacy, but because he understood the value of his energy. He transmuted it into focus, innovation, and world-changing ideas. The Stoics would call this discipline at its highest form. Instead of letting your urges use you, you use them as a fire that fuels your ambition, not burns it away. Every time you hold that energy, you're not suppressing power, you're storing it, you're building momentum. And when you channel that force into your purpose, that's when you become unshakable. The climax: what happens when you quit? Now picture this. You wake up in the morning feeling sharp, like your mind is locked in. You look in the mirror and there's no guilt in your eyes. Just focus, just fire. That heaviness, gone. That fog, lifted. This is what happens when you quit. Your testosterone rises, your mental clarity sharpens, and your ability to stay focused and driven, it explodes. But more than that, you begin to regain something you didn't even realize you'd lost: control. You're no longer being pulled around by your impulses. You become the one behind the wheel. Your energy isn't leaking away into empty pleasure, it's building towards something real. This is what the Stoics meant by freedom. Not just the freedom to choose, but the power to say no to what weakens you and yes to what builds you. It's not about giving something up, it's about becoming someone new, the man you were always meant to be. The challenge: will you rise? Now, here's the moment of truth. You've seen the cost, you've felt the drain, you've heard the wisdom of the ancients, men who mastered themselves before they ever mastered the world. So the question is simple: will you rise or will you stay stuck? Will you keep letting a fleeting habit rob you of your strength, your purpose, your potential? Or will you step into the fire, take the hit of discomfort, and walk out forged in discipline? Every great man in history faced this battle, and every one of them had to choose: pleasure or power, impulse or intention, comfort or greatness. Largest unline, IDs, IA, STHA. The Stoics didn't talk about self-mastery because it sounded good. They lived it, they became it. And now, it's your turn. So if you're ready to stop surviving and start living with purpose, hit subscribe. Because your journey to self-mastery doesn't start tomorrow. It starts now.